Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GhostGG, and today we're reacting to some Borderlands 4. I think we're going to be reacting to both the Dev Diary 1 and 2 together. Beyond the Borderlands is what they're calling it. And yeah, I think we just react to them together. Making a Vault Hunter and Welcome to Kairos. So let's do both now. This one came out quite a while ago. Actually, may as well check. This one came out 3 weeks ago, and this one came out on the 7th. Oh, that was yesterday. Oh, it came out yesterday. Oh. So, yeah. I was going to react to them yesterday, but then I got tired. I was studying all day. And like, yeah.
Are like treasure hunters, bounty seekers. They kind of live on the edge. They're fine taking matters into their own hands, kind of playing that gray space.
Love me some Borderlands, baby.
Wrong. Ultimately, they're after a buck or, you know, riches, power, glory, you name it. And they're willing to do what they want to get to it.
So a vault hunter then is a treasure seeker, but also a vault hunter is someone that embraces the chaos that is the Borderlands and thrives.
Love that. Mayhem by design.
Pitches from within the company. Anyone in the company can pitch a vault hunter. We play the game so much that we start to think about what we would want to see in it next. We collect pitches at the company level. We review those pitches and narrow it down. Often we'll take elements of multiple pitches and put them together to make something even more badass. And
that's kind of cool.
It really goes to design.
We want them to be somebody that players and ourselves can relate to.
Just have the entire company pitching, not just like a writing team or anything, just the entire company is like, give me your ideas.
You want to get something that feels familiar and play as somebody you actually want it to be in real life.
You know, it starts with the ideation of trying to, you know, define and decipher what kind of fantasies we want to build for players. And then from there, it goes into concept. Concept comes up with a bunch of ideas that then design reacts to. And so from there, you go on to building the character and then actually building the action skill. And that's a
the idea of making a video game is so cool. I have no idea how they do this kind of things. Obviously, there's software and everything for it, but that whole like idea of making it within a computer,
you know, Vault Hunters are in
kind of blows my mind to this day.
And
especially nowadays, video games are so crazy.
You know, code tells us stop touching stuff. We gotta ship.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guiding principle of Borderlands is, in general, is just to be badass. The abilities, the gear, everything, it all has to be the things that our community expects. They can be from any walk of life, they can bring anything to the table, but ultimately they have to be cool and they have to be fun to play.
We just approach each character and imagine who they are at their most heightened, in the most insane scenario you could place someone, and have them, because they are in the Borderlands, assume it to be the norm. The average day in the Borderlands would be an insane day for any of us. And what would a crazy day look like for someone that lives in this universe?
We're always looking for creating new and interesting experiences. We almost always have a soldier and we almost always have a siren, but we're always looking for, what if a siren had spooky dark powers? What if a soldier had a suit that was grafted to his body and he had like extra arms and ligaments to help him in battle?
I usually play the soldier, I'm not gonna lie.
To the team, delivering
every single time I think I play the soldier.
Really love is everything. We want to make sure that we're playtesting.
That's just my type of gameplay, you know?
Players that can hit on each of the individual phases that we have through development. For me, that was one of my pillars to the team on this project, was playtest often. Any of these number of things that we have with systems and design, we want to get those in front of players so that they can tell us if we're on base or if we need to go and be a little bit better.
We're always looking at the community when it comes to our Vault Hunters to make sure that we're kind of meeting their expectations and then exceeding them, and also surprising them. You know, we can kind of infer a lot of what they're feeling, and we can like use that to our advantage to try to play with those expectations. And so when the game comes out, they're still surprised in the wake of all the marketing that comes along with it.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the people to be able to actually get their hands on Borderlands 4 and just see how badass this world really is. I mean,
give it to us.
Not only bigger, and I mean bigger by a large extent than any Borderlands we've made, but it's also far more detailed and far more beautiful.
We're back, and we're bigger and better than ever. We have so much more abilities, so much more that goes into our Vault Hunters. We have billions of guns. I think that people will be really, really excited about where we're headed in Borderlands 4.
Break free. Coming September 12th, guys. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, over to here. All right, let's go straight to Dev Diary number 2. I'm gonna go straight into it. The characters look great. The Vault Hunters look great. They look unique.
Kairos is effectively a prison planet ruled over by a dictator called the Timekeeper.
He thrives on control and order, and when things are thrown into those mechanisms to create chaos, he only knows how to clamp down and sort of institute martial law. The Timekeeper's primary method of control over the years has been a cybernetic implant called a bolt. A bolt is installed on the base of someone's neck and can be used to monitor their activities and shut them down completely. The Timekeeper is able to use it to see through people's eyes and monitor what's happening on Kairos at all times.
Enter our Vault Hunters. People are now hungrier than they've ever been to get off of Kairos and to fight the oppression that they've been living under. The Vault Hunters end up enmeshed in this battle on the planet, and all roads lead to the Timekeeper. We call them the Outbounders because they, kind of like our Vault Hunters, crash landed on Kairos and have not been able to leave because the planet is on lockdown.
I mean, it's a prison planet, right?
They are desperate to go back home. They're ripe for revolution.
The Outbounders are led by a guy named Rush, who is very much this coach-type character, and when the Vault Hunter shows up, helps them join the broader Crimson Resistance. That's when things really ramp up for the Outbounders.
Each zone is ruled
It's all part of the
over
Crimson
by
Resistance,
a
huh?
commander. In the Fade Fields, we have Idolater Saul. Idolater Saul once lived inside the city and really wants to be the Timekeeper's right-hand man. And when he is sent to the Fade Fields after Elpis arrives, he sees that as his opportunity to prove his worth to the Timekeeper.
Big boy. Augers.
The Augurs are a long-standing culture on Kairos. They're the descendants of the original mining teams sent there centuries ago by the Timekeeper in order to get resources like ordonite and other minerals and ores out of the mountain range.
So in the mountains, we have the faction leader Calder, and he is part of the Augurs. He wants to take the fight to the Timekeeper, and the other council members are scared and they live in fear. In Terminus Range, we have Vile Lictor is our commander. Vile Lictor is an augur. Since Elpis has arrived and brought iridium to the planet, Vile Lictor has begun experimenting and doing things under the nose of the Timekeeper.
Electi.
We have the Electi faction, and the leader is Levane, the gorgeous, golden Levane. The Electi had previously lived in the city, an upper crust elite people that benefited from the Timekeeper. But when Elpis arrives, the Electi are left outside the city walls, and the city goes on lockdown and they are not permitted back in the city. And so for the first time, they have to learn how the other side lives and how to survive outside the city walls. In Carcadia Burn, we have the Ripper Queen. When Elpis arrived, her perspective changed. She's realized that there's more to life than what she's been presented. And she rips her bolt as a means to be free of the Timekeeper's influence. When you rip your bolt out, there is a high potential for death and if not death, insanity. And so her army is largely made up of raving, mad humans with decreased brain capacity.
She was able to convince a great number of her own soldiers to rip out their own bolts, and
Ow.
when they're not convinced, she does it for them.
Timekeeper. So I don't know if they mentioned this before in like previous ones. Maybe I just forgot. So the map is split up in 3 different factions, it looks like, and each faction has our allies and also the enemy that's overlooking on that area. So split into 3 different areas, and plus the timekeeper, maybe 4 areas, I guess. Maybe they mentioned that, I just forgot. I have been reacting to a lot of stuff. I just forget shit.
Of course, have the Timekeeper as our primary villain in Borderlands 4. And when we were approaching how to write the Timekeeper, we certainly looked back on all of our previous main villains and considered how we wanted to approach the Timekeeper differently.
As long as it wasn't the
that
twins,
he would
you're
stand
good.
out from anything that we've done before.
We wanted to go back to this sense of dread about the villain of our game. The Timekeeper can reach out and control people with unshielded bolts, and that's a threat that is always hanging over the player's actions in the game. As we unravel things for him, though, we start to see the cracks. We wanted a villain who was a new type of character in the franchise, who is ever present and not overstaying his welcome.
We brought back so much from previous titles that fans wanted to see again and that we wanted to put in the game again. The world is immense, and it's a new planet. You can come to Borderlands 4 whether you've played the previous titles or not, and you can hop right in. It is
That's a good way to
turning
do it.
point in our universe, and how it connects back to our previous titles, but also at the end where it will point is worth playing for.
I really hope this does well because I want more Borderlands in the future. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 2 dev diaries. I'm sure there's going to be more in the future. We still have a release date of September 12th, right? Hold up. Yeah, September 12th. So we still have quite a ways to go. I would expect like 2 more dev diaries in that time or something. But yeah, there we have it. It's my Borderlands 4. I'm so excited to play it. I played every single one except the Telltale ones, which I should maybe check out, I guess. I don't know. I hear the first one's very good. Second one, not so much. But I really want to play all these games before this game comes out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it just with how busy I am, but I'm going to try my best, my absolute best. But yeah, I can't wait till September 12th. Borderlands 4, you know it's going to be a chaos-driven pile of pure fun. But yeah, that's going to be in September 12th, though. So in the meantime, go over to my Let's Play channel and check out me playing some other games. I'm playing Death Stranding 2 at the moment. Next is Mafia: The Old Country. And I might be able to get the Mafia games in between now and then, maybe. Maybe get all 3 done in that time. I don't know. Maybe kind of up in the air. But Mafia: Old Country is a prequel, so story-wise, I won't really have to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.